On September 11th, 2001, approximately 2 planes crashed into New York City. A lot of people died, including some of our boys in blue. And most people would agree that 9/11 was bad.
Tennessee! Oklahoma! Arkansas! Minnesota!
What even is humor? According to Aristotle, humor is a feeling of superiority when mocking somebody of a lower type. But for Kant, humor is the result of the mind being confronted by an incongruity. The two philosophers don't necessarily disagree. In fact, later in the critique, Kant brings up this Aristotelian idea of imitation as comedy, and Aristotle frequently likens comedy to the ludicrous.
When the wealthy dowager comes in, the party's over, right? Wrong!
9/11 was a national tragedy.
Yes, it was.
Why do you laugh at that?
During my time at Harvard, I took a comedy class with Dr. Seinfeld. One day after class, he came up to me and said,
9/11 was not funny. You know what's funny? Planes. I would have loved 9/11 if those dang towers didn't get in the way. How old is your sister?
He had a point. Using 9/11 as a punchline is tasteless, edgy, and offensive to survivors. So was Aristotle right? Am I making fun of 9/11 victims because I feel superior to them? An incongruity theorist would say that the tastelessness of the joke is what makes it absurd. But then again, am I not now imitating the type of person who would make such a tasteless joke? Even after all this philosophy, it seems that we're no closer to understanding what makes something funny. We merely succeeded in killing any humor that might have existed before our analysis. We're then left with a single circular definition. Comedy is what makes you laugh. Welcome back to Poop Academy, the show where I show you how to make good YouTube poops. Today we're going to be making Jordan Peterson say I'm gay. If Jordan doesn't say gay himself, there are many words you can clip to make him say it, such as gain, game, gave, gray, grain, and many more. But what if Jordan doesn't say any of these words? Then we'll use what I call the get okay technique. This is where you take the g sound from get and stitch it onto the a sound of okay. As a bonus, you can use the okay video clip to make it look like his mouth is saying the words. In Premiere, make sure to hit your funny button so that the joke lands. And finally, we're done. Let's listen to it back. The funniest part of Bo Burnham's Inside is the suicide warning that appears before the special begins. Imagine killing yourself because of Bo Burnham. White Lin-Manuel Miranda originally earned his fame on YouTube, making very deeply personal songs exploring the complexities of race and gender.
Whenever I could get away from the missus, I'd go to your shed and then I'd steal you kisses. But let's be serious, I'd still work you full-time as a slave.
Since it's become no longer cool to punch down at rape victims, Bo has taken to making fun of himself as a straight white male. This is a good strategy. Kant said that the good comedian makes himself the butt of his own jokes to be funny. However, Bo Burnham's self-consciousness makes this an impossibility.
Yeah, let's go.
Free comedy tip, Slick. The pie gag's only funny when the sap's got dignity. Like that guy.
During my early 30s, I briefly lived in China. One day, I stumbled upon a frail old man. His cardboard sign read, "Pay me for a joke." I handed the man 100 American dollars, and he said something in Chinese that I didn't understand. It was the worst joke I'd ever heard. The moral of the story is, you gotta know your audience.